Hi, everyone. This is Roxy and Wiley with the Wiley Group of Keller Williams Metropolitan. Thank you for joining me today. And I have my friend Julie. Julie, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. This is so much fun.
It is fun. Julie and I met networking
20 years ago.
super long time ago, which is
Yeah, it was
hard to
when I was with
believe.
Geeks on Call. So that was actually about almost 20 years ago.
It is.
That blows your mind, right? Like I never really thought about how long we knew each other until just now. I'm like, oh my God. You know what though, girl? We look good.
Yes. It was not Mary Kay for all those
It's
years.
that Mary Kay. Surprise guest.
Yes. Hello.
We'll get more viewers.
Exactly. So Julie is with Maryland Sunrooms, and though, yes, we do some city, we have branched out to all over, and I wanted Julie to explain more about her company and who, your best clientele is.
So Maryland Sunrooms, I've worked there for 7 years, almost 8 years, coming up in April, which happened so fast. That's how you know you love your job, when it feels like it's just flown by. And not a hard job marketing beautiful sunrooms either. So I have to say, we've been in business for over 20 years. I think we're coming up on 23 in 2021. And a lot of what makes us great are the people who work there. It's a company-owned business, but the same people have worked there for 20 years. We've used the same architect and engineer. We've used, the same project manager just celebrated his 25th with us.
Wow.
So it's been an amazing run. And again, that's what makes my job easy too, because we only get a lot of positive feedback. It's very rare, knock on wood, that I ever have to deal with negative feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So, when we're out and about at shows, or if someone's, once they're again allowed to come into the showroom, we have 5 or 6 different sunrooms and a screen room set up so that you can walk in and they're fully furnished. One even has a fireplace. We'll make you some hot cocoa, rocking chair, and you can actually sit in a full size sunroom and see what it feels like. And some of the cool things I think about COVID, if silver lining, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
is that it kind of pushed us into this type of environment that we're doing, this virtual appointment and getting together with the customer virtually so that they're able to get additional space in this time where they really need it. I mean, everyone is sitting at home and their kids are at home and their husbands are, and everyone's just driving them nuts. And they're like, this house is too small. So we've been doing really great lately. So if anyone wants an appointment, get it in now, because they're actually jobs are getting pushed back, and we've had to hire. And this is, like I said, just a silver lining of an awful thing that happened. But what's great about us and our team is that we were able to turn that around and still help our customers and get them the space that they needed, get them the de-stressful space, a relaxing space, a quiet space that they can reflect and just relax or get work done, or shut the door and just have some time by themselves. So our clientele is usually an older demographic, but we've been coming out with some new products. We have the Life Room, which is remote controlled screens that has mood lighting and some cool misters and features and heating and things like that. So you can actually have like a portable screened in porch while then they all go up and you just have a patio cover. So
cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool product, and we've been able to market that to kind of a younger generation. And of course our can you hear the phone?
No.
Oh, good. If you need your car insurance, blah blah blah. So of course, right during our Zoom call. But so our demographic is just anyone that is looking for more space in their home. We have a territory that covers the majority of Maryland. Okay. We don't do Cecil County and we don't do the Eastern Shore, but otherwise we pretty much cover the Maryland area, even Baltimore City. You know, we've done a couple jobs where I know you guys have like the like the part on top, like the
Yeah.
additional space that you have on your roofs.
Yes.
And a couple people have actually closed that in or used a 4-wall sunroom or screen room to be able to enclose that. So they can still be out there, but they can be out there all seasons, you know, so that's been a nice,
Yeah.
yeah, that's been a nice addition. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So a client, they make a decision, how, like, what is the time frame from start to them having that sunroom?
Well, from when they have their design consultation, we come out, we are not pressured whatsoever. And a lot of times you'll get the owner himself, and they're really great people to work with. So it's really a design consultation. That we chose that word instead of sales representative because that's exactly what it is. It's best to have both people there because your idea of what that space is going to look like and your husband's idea of what that space is going to look like is going to be two completely different things. And we want to make you both happy and not waste your time either. So from that point, depending on when you sign the contract, when everybody can get together and make a final, we also give you a free rendering, which is like one of my favorite things that our company does. It's so good. We have an in-house graphic artist and they're so precise that I use them at the shows on a big poster, and it's real or rendering. And you have to pick which one is the drawing that he did and which one is the finished project.
Oh,
And it is like 50-50. And the funniest part is the 50-50 is usually the husband and the wife. Like the husband says A and the wife says B, and usually the wife's right. So, but from conception to signing the contract is, you know, maybe a week, and then we start your project. Right now, we're about 6 months out, I think. So we're trying to hire a 6th crew so that we can start getting these out faster. But we've also learned that that's a lot of construction right now because we were always essential, and a lot of people being in the home needed it. We got a new roof. We got a new roof just last week. So, you know, new roof, new windows, new floors, new kitchen, new everything for the home. Because they're realizing like how much time they're spending in it, and you know how important it is to be comfortable in your own surroundings. So while that is a little bit longer, and we can work with people, but the install itself is usually 3 or 4 weeks. Like the sunroom itself can be finished quickly. It's just getting you on the schedule right now. So, but I mean, hell to be popular, what can I say?
exactly. So if you're thinking about it, get that consultation in.
Right. So, and then at this point, we are able to do virtual consultations where we're completely touchless.
How does that
So
work?
just like you and I now,
Mhm.
but they screen share and they go through the products and the gallery. A lot of times before their appointment, the salesman will go, or the design consultant will go in and measure, or we'll take a rough measurement, and then when we come out, we'll measure it ourselves. So depending on time frame, like if you want an appointment right away, they just go on off of rough measurements and then take real measurements once we're out at the house. But all that is touchless. We don't need you outside with us for measurements. We don't need you outside when we do the install. So the whole process, you don't even have to physically see us in person, which is really cool. On the other hand, we are accepting in-homes based on a few questions now that Maryland has gone back to, I think, green from yellow. We're allowed to just be cautious and stay the 6 feet, gloves, face mask, and the like, just like everybody else. But obviously our customers' safety and our employees' safety are the utmost care that we have. You know, we want to be safe all around.
Right.
All the guys have masks now. All the install guys have masks. They all have the booties. They all have the gloves. They all have the hand sanitizers inside their trucks. Just anything that they would need to make them feel safe and have a good experience for everyone. You know, because I don't want any bad reviews coming in and messing up my stride. So.
Fantastic. Anything else you want to share about Maryland Sunrooms?
it's hard to convey, but we are just a really family-oriented company. We legitimately care about our customers, and I'm not just saying that because I just would not mention it if it wasn't. But you know, if you have a problem that comes up, you talk directly to Mike, the owner. It's still a small business feel while we're able to keep the same structure going and be able to handle, you know, the majority of territory in Maryland. So it's like when you sign up with us, you're not going to never hear from us again. You know, we're always going to be there, and we're backed by the Four Seasons corporate group, who's been in business since the 70s and has a lifetime warranty on all the products. So even if something were to happen to us, you would still have the warranty guaranteed by Four Seasons Sunrooms. So maybe let me explain that a little bit. We're a franchise of the Four Seasons group. So we sell Four Seasons brand sunrooms that you can't buy anywhere else, but we sell them as Maryland Sunrooms and build them, which is us. So it's like we get the product from them, but nothing is prefab. Everything is raw material, which I don't think a lot of people realize, or a lot of other companies do. I won't mention any names, patio enclosure, but it's nothing is prefab. Everything is done by hand by our carpenters. So it's really cool to think that we don't just have like contractors, we have carpenters that work for us, and they're all certified and, you know, have their licenses and specifications in the truck with them. And, you know, just you have the backing of everybody there. Anyone can call and talk to me. You know, anyone can call. You know, it's not like you get wound up in an automated system if something were to happen, or service problems. And I think, you know, what Mike, the owner, always says, the more, his favorite thing to say, the more you check us out, the better we look, because our customers say it the best. You know, you can read any of their comments on any of our, what is it, like 5 different review sites nowadays. Everybody's got all these review sites. And so you can go to like guildquality.com/Maryland Sunrooms and read all of our Guild Quality. It's a third party reputation management. Read them there. Angie's List, Google, Facebook. And I think that they really speak the best for us because they have the closest encounter to the entire process. You know, like I'm marketing and Mike is a design consultant, and Kate, you know, does lead management coming into the office, and we all have our parts, but the customer gets it from start to finish. And, you know, the fact that they all rave about our install guys and communication, which is my favorite thing. I don't know a lot of construction companies where customers rave about the communication of the guys and the project manager, and that they keep in touch with them consistently and follow up and keep them in the loop. I've never heard that. And it just tickles me pink when I get reviews back that say, oh, your project manager called me all the time. Any happened, I was in contact with them the whole time. Because to me, in a company, communication with the customer is one of the most important things. We are understanding. Me, myself, as a consumer, I'm an understanding person. You know, if you call me and tell me, you know, what happened or what went wrong, or what, you know, it rained for a week and now my project is pushed back, I understand that. But, you know, other companies will just not show up, or, you know, it's the communication that I think, the communication and care of, you know, of the customer, and of course the beautiful craftsmanship of the products that really sets us apart. So, and like right now we're doing our best with financing options so that everyone can afford to be in a new space, in a new sunroom. We don't just sell large, expensive sunrooms. We can get anyone into something comfortable that will fit their needs. And then even if they just get a screen room, you can upgrade that in 10 years. And then with the financing, it's no money down, 0% financing if you qualify. And then that rolls over into a 10-year, like 2.99 or 3.99, depending on your credit score, automatically. So just rolls right over. If you can't pay it off in a year, some people can, you'd be surprised. One of my favorite stories, Mike and Anita have, the owners, is that the customer went in and literally went under the bed sheets, literally went under the mattress, and got the money out for a sunroom. Like they were not sleeping well. They could not be comfortable.
Oh, my word. Wow. Right.
And they had to, literally count out the cash.
That is
So,
cute.
but I think that's only happened one or two times, but that's one of my favorite stories. So whether it's cash or financing, we're able to help and get you in the dream space that you need. So I hope I don't sound too salesy. I really love my job and I really love the product. And I think everyone should have a sunroom.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
10 out of 10, I always say, because I've asked every single person, home shows, customers, everything, if they've, how they like their sunroom. And they're like, the only complaint is we wish we would have done it sooner.
Sure.
No one has ever regretted their purchase of getting a sunroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's just becomes the favorite room in the house. And that's speaking from them because I don't even have a sunroom. I keep telling like my birthday's coming up. So, and just recently, I think last year it was, we opened up Hartford, going into Hartford and that east side of Baltimore County,
Okay.
getting into like the Joppa area kind of thing. So that's been a lot of fun too, because that's where I live. So I'm able to drive to the gym and be like, my 21208 looks great. Can we send them postcards or market to them? So just, we have a lot of fun with it, which is important too, I think.
Absolutely. Well, anyone and everyone who's watching and you are thinking of a way to help enhance your space, definitely reach out and we'll get you in touch with Julie.
Yeah, for sure. Our website is super easy, marylandsunrooms.com, and facebook.com/marylandsunrooms.com. I mean, Maryland Sunrooms, not the .com part. But, we keep that going. Just remember that Maryland Sunrooms, and we take up real estate on Google when you pop in Maryland Sunrooms on there. So we're available.
Fantastic. And there was something recently that I learned about Julie that I would love for her to mention real quick. And
Absolutely.
a lot more weddings are not the traditional way, which is inside of a church. And even if it was inside of a church, who do you hire to help, marry you? And so Julie is an officiant. And how long have you been doing this now?
Well, my friends got married in Costa Rica, and I want to say that was 2014. So I became an officiant then to be able to marry them.
And how did that come about? They were just like, it's Costa Rica.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
They looked into the laws and the cost, and where we were staying was a remote part. And I want to say it was Puerto Vallarta, but and it's a very remote location. So they were having extreme difficulty or extreme cost for a priest to come or just some kind of officiant from Costa Rica to come. Right. So I said, well, you can just go online. And plus they had one in Maryland too. So they had a wedding in Maryland for their family. And then they had a wedding in Costa Rica for that's where they really wanted to go. But unfortunately, their parents couldn't make it due to health reasons and things like that. So we had two. So they needed someone that was going to be able to, instead of searching for two different people, I actually don't remember how exactly it came up. I just offered.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like my personality is like, I can do it. So, so I researched it and found out, some of the most important things was finding out, the state or the county that you live in. So had to, just do some research for the county that they live in Texas, which is Austin. They live in Austin, Texas. So that was super easy because they don't care at all in Austin. They're just like, as long as the wet marriage certificate signed. But it is a lot of fun. It is an amazing, honorable pleasure for me to join people. And usually, well, so far since I know them, it's been incredibly meaningful to me because they've been friends and family. But I would love to branch out. I always say, especially like you were talking about who do you find to marry you? And a lot of our LGBTQ plus have trouble with that because of religious beliefs or family beliefs. And I'm always, my services are free. I don't charge anyone. Actually, I've never charged anyone, but because it's so much fun for me. And, the reception, they've paid for, food and drinks and, a good time and everything. So, and I'm usually only up there for 15 minutes of my time. So it's usually not a very long process. But a lovely one. So I help come up with the vows. I've also, in doing this for a few times, I've been able to come up with a little checklist of what the bride and groom need to know, from getting your marriage license to checking out the laws in your county. And then also even counseling, because a lot of times I'm a big believer in counseling and therapy. And a lot of times when you're using an officiant instead of a religious person or a more professional officiant, they always suggest counseling, or you have a counseling session with the pastor or priest. So I always, that's part of my checklist too, just to make sure like this is a big decision. And even though it's fun to have Aunt Julie, be your officiant, there is a serious side to getting married and saying I do. And I love helping with the process. A lot of times I've been allowed to help create the vows or just take ideas from them and be able to write them myself. So that just makes it even more fun for me and memorable for me. Like it's my day, right? Like weddings are so much fun for me.
Well, I mean, you are coming up on your 20th anniversary next year, so.
I am. Isn't that insane?
Yes.
So we actually have a cruise scheduled for Aruba on Carnival. So we were supposed to go in May of this year, but obviously with COVID, it got postponed. But I don't know if I can do my own officiating.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fun. But
it would be fun to have the captain. I'm trying to get Rich to, have the captain, like officiate us or marry us on the ship. Like that would be awesome.
Cool.
So, and then we did a big one when my whole family went to Hawaii. We had like a ceremony for all of our anniversaries. So it just a crazy coincidence. It was mine and Rich's 10th wedding anniversary, my parents' 50th, and my sister's 25th. Wow. So it was 50, 25, and 10. So we all celebrated. We just took one day out of the cruise and, and celebrated in Hawaii. I mean, why not?
Absolutely. Cool. Oh, Julie.
So my services are available.
Yes. So yes, if you need an officiant, yes. It was so great connecting with you today, and thank you so much for doing this with me. And again,
you too. Thank you.
Anyone that's watching that needs any of our services, please reach out. We appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone.